been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that,
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On 1st and 10, Stern. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Stern. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Returnable here from the 38. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And he went NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. The drive will start with an option going left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears will get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Go.
Off the play fake. Stern trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
57. Mike, 57. Strip the ball.
To throw again. Stern, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
39-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Morton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
The kicker on.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Quarterback sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
7-yard line.
On first down, Stern, throw complete to Herndon. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Tackle made at
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was
good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
32-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Saints 9, Bears 7.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stern. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. 3 down.
On 3rd down, Stern. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Stays on his feet. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Six yards left on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Stern, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Stern, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Saints to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is met at up the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
at the 47-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Stern. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Stern. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the
They run the option here on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
brings up second and
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Big series right here. We got to step in.
Second and 14. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Saints first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 11. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's third down and 11.
And Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The pass. Incomplete on the deep ball. It's fourth down.
Let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And he's got this down to the 35.
Nice play, man.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Stern throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
2nd and 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's good for a Chicago Bear.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 1st down, Stern, open man here, Sims complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Stern. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stern. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Operating from the gun. Stern out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick is no good.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
11 yards there, 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Stern. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Stern. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Throwing again. Stern.
The quarterback sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd down, Nixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play.
Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On play action, they'll throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again, and with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stern.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stern. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on 1st down. Stern. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Stern. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stern. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Makes the score Saints 52, Bears 13.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, he rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the outside. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Saints.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New Orleans, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.